Some areas are closing down roads for the total solar eclipse in case of emergencies. We'll have the city of BG's plan coming up.
And it's an event that only happens once in a lifetime. But will clouds be the thing that stops us from seeing the eclipse at all?
Plus, you've heard all about solar eclipse glasses and why you need them, but what are the consequences if you do sneak a peek at that sun? Well, there you have it. The countdown to totality is on, and welcome to our total solar eclipse special episode of BG Weekly on BG24. I'm Claire Mitchell.
And I'm Steve Iwanek. Bowling Green City Police say emergency services has a plan in place to get to you despite the heavy traffic anticipated on Monday. The city says if you're experiencing an emergency, do not hesitate to call 911. Police said they don't plan on closing any roads ahead of the eclipse, but they will be monitoring for traffic issues throughout the day. If the emergency vehicles cannot get to your location due to congestion, BG Fire and police will have bicycles and utility task vehicles, which are larger versions of ATVs, on hand to assist.
A national team of meteorologists are also tracking the eclipse, with the biggest question being, will people even be able to see it? Well, BG24's Jesse Oberski sat down with the National Weather Service to shed some light on this highly anticipated forecast.
It's the most important question meteorologists across the country are getting. Will we be able to see the total solar eclipse on Monday?
So in the early afternoon hours on Monday, people want to know, where is it going to be cloudy? How cloudy will it be? Will clouds affect my chance of seeing it?
Deirdre Dolan, a meteorologist from the National Weather Service, says how cloudy it will be is important. But there's also something else to consider: the type of clouds in the sky.
The short answer to all of those is yes, the clouds are the most important factor, but the type of cloud also matters. Lower, thicker clouds are going to be harder to see through than higher, thin clouds.
Dolan says there's a chance for rain in the northwest Ohio area, noting that showers will bring in clouds. Besides showers, the forecast shows it will be partially sunny with 60 to 70% of the sky being covered by clouds. However, Dolan says another part of Ohio has a better chances of seeing the moon pass between the Earth and the sun.
The cloud cover will be slightly lessened with the forecast right now in southern Ohio. The percent of sky covered by clouds is forecast to be about 50 to 60%. Southern Ohio isn't in the totality path though, but it is still in the partial eclipse path.
No matter how many clouds are in the sky on Monday, the solar eclipse will still cause darkness in the middle of the day.
So even if the clouds are blocking it, you will still notice a difference in the light outside. It will still get darker. You just won't be able to see the shape of the sun being covered by the moon.
Dolan says these percentages may change and that you won't know exactly where the clouds are going to be until you look to the sky.
I will say not all hope is lost. Even if there are partly cloudy skies, there is still a chance of viewing it.
Reporting for BG24, I'm Jesse Oberski.
Now, the U.S. did see a total solar eclipse back in 2017. The only difference with that one was that eclipse path went from the northwest corner of the country to the southeast. This year's will follow a path from the southwest to the northeast.
Bringing it closer to home, local meteorologists have been preparing for this day for over a year. In Toledo, 13 Action News meteorologist Aaron Ashley says it's still uncertain what exactly Monday is going to look like.
So it's a day of decision that we have to make based off of what we know about weather patterns to really nail down a plan for this once-in-a-lifetime event.
Ashley added the day is just as special for the experts as it is for the viewers.
And to be able to do it so early on in my career is a blessing that I really could not have asked for.
Okay. Monday marks the first total eclipse in the area since the 19th century. To see the next one in the area, you're going to have to wait until 2099.
And with that, let's bring in BG24's own Aaron May. Aaron, what are you seeing in BG in terms of weather right now?
Yeah, Claire, here in BG, we've been seeing a nice mix of sun and clouds throughout the day, a little bit of rain, a little bit of snow showers. It's been a bit of a mix of everything, but I know we are all thankful that the severe weather did not make its way up here on Tuesday, thanks to a little bit of rain that formed early in the day down in southern Indiana. It blocked a lot of the energy from being able to come up into our area, which voided us of any real severe weather to talk about. Most of the tornadoes did occur closer to the Ohio River Valley, so we were spared up here in northwest Ohio. Looking into today, been seeing a little bit of rain and snow as I mentioned. It's going to be about 47 degrees, but as we get down lower today is when we're going to be seeing a lot more of the snow chances, but I expect little to no snow accumulation to come of that, and the winds aren't that bad today. They're closer to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Looking ahead to tomorrow, we're seeing a lot more of the same fun and joy that we saw today. A little bit more sun, but rain, snow showers, maybe a rumble of thunder. It's Ohio. Spin a wheel. You'll land on one of those three things that'll be going on tomorrow. But once again, if it snows, no real snow accumulation is to be expected. We're going to be about 44 again. We're going to be dipping down near freezing with a little bit breezier 10 to 15 mile per hour conditions. Looking ahead into the rest of the week, we are going to be seeing highs about 51 on Saturday. We're going to be nice and sunny on Sunday, about 55. Now, the real day we want to talk about is today. The solar eclipse is going to be 67. I do expect about 50% of the sky to have some form of clouds in it. So we have about a 50-50 shot on seeing the true solar eclipse, but no matter what, it will still get dark out during the total eclipse. And by the end of the week, we'll be looking into the mid-60s with lower rain chances. So the real question is, will the clouds interfere with the eclipse? Right now, we have about a 50-50 shot clear, so we have to be prepared for it to get dark, though, no matter what happens.
Yeah, absolutely. All eyes are going to be on that Monday forecast. Aaron, thank you.
Well, there will be a number of events happening on Monday. However, BGSU's Watch Party is expected to be the most attended event on campus. The party is being held at Deutsch Perry Stadium, and parking is free at the stadium. But Parking Services tells us it's business as usual in the other parking lots around campus, and they will issue tickets if you're parked in the wrong lot. If you plan on attending the Watch Party, stick around to hear more about what you can expect in Community Corner. All right, and if you're wondering what you should do with your leftover Eclipse glasses after the Deutsch Watch Party, we have the answer. If you're not going to keep them as a souvenir, BGSU Campus Sustainability will be providing special recycling bins for the glasses after the event. Organizers ask so you don't throw your glasses in the traditional recycle bins, as it can contaminate the rest of the recycling.
And another reason to attend that Deutsch Watch Party, 2 students will debut their work at that event. And that work, well, it's 2 total solar eclipse inspired compositions. And I was one of the lucky few to get a preview.
These instruments, these electronic instruments, are running through a set of pitches all at their own rate.
Hayden Mesnick, a BGSU senior composition major, is explaining how he made his latest piece.
All right, I'll show you one more instrument.
And how this piece was inspired by the total solar eclipse.
The piece is called Drone Piece 9561. 9561 is the technical name of this eclipse.
The shortest version is around 15 minutes long, and Mesnick wasn't the only one moved by this celestial phenomenon.
I think I call that when the serpent swallows the sun, after the myth of they swallowing the sun.
Young Suk Jung is a BGSU student getting his master's degree in music and composition. His piece is just under 8 minutes.
I like space. I think space is cool. Eclipse in particular have this like being a very once in a lifetime kind of quality.
New age synthesizer music from the 80s. So it's very sparse texturally.
And no, these weren't assignments. Both pieces were composed on their own accord and will be debuted in the Deutsch Perry Stadium on April 8th.
I want them to just kind of bask in some of the sounds, and I want them to be able to just kind of listen and hopefully hear some of the sounds change and sparkle and come back.
I think a good piece affects me emotionally and makes me think. So it's sort of stimulating both the emotional and intellectual sides.
Reporting for BG24.
Are you proud of it?
Yeah.
I'm Claire Mitchell.
And on a different note now, as skies go dark during this upcoming eclipse, all eyes will be on the various animals at the Toledo Zoo as the event brings together visitors and zookeepers for an observation operation like no other. The zoo's curator of animal well-being, Beth Posta, says visitors coming to the zoo to see the eclipse will have the chance to play a special part in history. Guests can come in and they can help collect data on the animals before, during, and after totality. The focus will be on specific animals that may show a behavioral response.
We're going to be looking at animals in the Arctic, our bears and our wolves. And then also at Tiger Terrace, we'll be looking at the brown bears and the cats over there. Their circadian rhythm might change for some of these animals because they're programmed to perform different behaviors at different times of the day.
And if you want to attend, the zoo will be open during the eclipse from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and visitors will be given free solar eclipse eyewear while supplies lasts. If you can't make the trip, zoo officials say they will be live streaming their findings throughout the day.
The solar eclipse is a phenomenon that many say they are excited to experience. However, not everyone may feel that way. Those with Alzheimer's and dementia may have to prepare differently than others. Sundowner Syndrome is a state of confusion or agitation that can affect those with Alzheimer's or dementia in the evening or once the sun has gone down, hence the name Sundowners. So what does this mean for the eclipse? Dr. Cynthia Spittler, Associate Professor of Gerontology at BGSU, says caregivers or individuals themselves should be prepared.
I want people to be out driving about, and then they're going to become really confused if they know it's 1:30 or 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Why is it getting dark already? They might be a little bit confused, so that might incite panic, and it might cause some Sundowner Syndrome.
Spittler says the best thing for people with Alzheimer's or related dementias to do is to talk with their caregiver or health provider and come up with a plan for Monday. She also suggests that explaining what's going on can help to ease the minds of everyone involved.
And while totality only lasts about 3 minutes or so, your eyes could be damaged forever if you don't have the right eye protection on. Eclipse glasses, like you see here, should have no signs of damage and have the certified ISO symbol with the numbers 12312-2. Optometrists say having the proper eyewear during the eclipse is crucial for your eye safety, and so is following the user instructions. Doing this can prevent you from possible permanent eye damage from that UV radiation.
When we're having an event like this where it's a little bit slower, you know, the moon is going to be starting to cover up the sun. We're going to be looking at it for, you know, multiple minutes. That just puts us all at much, much higher risk. And so the importance of that obviously is, you know, we need to have something to cover the eyes to protect us from the UV radiation that's going to be coming from the sun.
Yeah, not something to mess with. Protecting your eyes during the eclipse ensures you can have safe as well as a fun time.
And if you are still in need of solar eclipse glasses to protect your eyes during the eclipse on Monday, faculty, staff, and students can get them for free all across BGSU's campus. You can pick them up at the Student Union, dining and residence halls, the library, or the rec center. The university bought 50,000 pairs of Falcon glasses to pass out. They have a beak on the front and feathers on the sides, allowing everyone to show their Falcon pride during the eclipse. The glasses also meet the international ISO standard to safely watch the eclipse. If you're looking for glasses off campus, you can find them at a vending machine located inside the Woodland Mall. Those glasses are $5 and come with a commemorative coin made by makers at the Big Fab Lab. Glasses are also available at Four Keeps, Ben Franklin's, and the Wood County Library.
All right, I got a question for you here. Are you excited about the eclipse? That's what BG Falcon Media asked students on campus Wednesday. Here's what some of them had to say.
April 8th, you know, we're doing the eclipse, you know, it's going to come shine yonder. Yeah, and we're going to be like, whoa.
I'm excited to experience something new, for sure, but
it's really cool. I never got to experience the first one, so I'm really excited to see what this one looks like, because it'll be kind of weird to see, like, no lights outside.
I think the fact that we're expecting so many people is a little overhyped. The grocery situation, I believe, is probably very overhyped.
I did order some sunglasses. They're coming today, so I'm prepared and I'm going to be watching wherever I am.
However, excited stargazers can't watch from just anywhere. Local landowners are already starting to block off their property ahead of Monday. That's what the state's Department of Agriculture actually recommends for those trying to avoid some unwanted visitors during the eclipse. This church on North Dixie Highway in Bowling Green has this sign out front warning people not to park there. Now, on the other hand, if you are offering up your land as a parking place, experts advise meeting with your insurance agent to discuss potential activities and potential liabilities.
In preparation for heavy traffic, large crowds, and possible road closures, the city of Bowling Green is delaying trash and recycling pickup by one day. For example, if your trash is normally picked up on a Monday, it will be collected on Tuesday for the week of April 8th. The city administration building will also be closed the day of the eclipse, but will resume normal hours the rest of the week. Trash and recycling pickup will return to normal the week of April 15th.
And if you're looking for some solar eclipse swag, gotta have that, right? Falcon Media, we've got you covered. If you go to falconmedia.threadless.com, we've got 3 exclusive solar eclipse designs made by the Falcon Media graphic design team. All of the proceeds will benefit Falcon Media, which is BGSU's student-run media organization.
All right, shifting gears out to some more local news. Bowling Green police are looking for an unidentified bank robber. The robbery happened at the PNC Bank on South Main Street around noon on Tuesday. Officials say the robber fled the bank with an undisclosed amount of money. You're looking at pictures right now from the robbery. You can see the man is wearing orange gloves, a yellow reflective vest, a yellow hooded sweatshirt, a dark colored ski mask, and dark black glasses. PNC Bank is offering a $5,000 reward for information leading to the identification and arrest of the man. If you have any information about this case, you are asked to call the Bowling Green Police Department.
And moving on now, the Wood County Board of Elections has announced a winner for the Wood County Recorder primary vote. Republican Connor Rose captured the primary win by 9 votes. Results from election night originally had Rose in a tie with James Matuzik, both getting about 6,200 votes. After a recount, the vote count came to just 9 votes separating the winner, Rose, from Matuzik. Because of the close margin, an automatic recount will happen on April 9th at 9 a.m.
The Ohio Department of Agriculture says they are working to contain and treat a confirmed case of bird flu in a dairy cow herd at a dairy farm in Wood County. ODA hasn't named the farm and says the infected cows came from a Texas dairy farm on March 8th. The U.S. Department of Agriculture says Ohio is now on a list of 6 states with a confirmed case of bird flu. Health officials say humans are highly unlikely to come down with a severe case of the disease and that dairy products are still safe to consume. If you're a vinyl record collector, a new store in town might have you watching out for your bank account. Goat Records on Worcester near the Main Street intersection had their grand opening on Saturday at noon. The store sells used records and offers customers the opportunity to sell or trade records already in their collection. The grand opening will feature door prizes, discounts, and live music through 3 o'clock.
And hey, out with the old and in with the new. If you're looking to get rid of unwanted or maybe outdated electronics, BGSU's Office of Campus Sustainability is hosting an electronic waste recycling drive this weekend. The best part about it is you don't even have to get out of your car. Oh yeah, Campus Sustainability is partnering with AIM E-Cycling to safely dispose of the electronics. That event runs Saturday from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. in the Slater Family Ice Arena parking lot. The drive cannot accept tube TVs or CRT screen. Something to note there. All right, coming up in sports, a baseball player continuing to be Mr. Reliable for the team.
Sure is. How a veteran is embodying the identity of the team ahead.
Plus, a key member from last year's volleyball team is back for more. Who's returning for the Orange and Brown in 2024?
BG24 Sports is brought to you by the Falcon Media Sports Network. Hello everyone, I'm Benjamin Korak. One of the most common sayings in sports is the best ability is availability. BG Baseball's Nathan Archer has been the embodiment of this quote for 3 seasons in the Orange and Brown. FMSN's Chaz McNeil spoke with Archer about his availability.
Big center fielder right now at 20, turning 21 years old.
Those were the words of Bowling Green baseball coach Kyle Halleck when asked about center fielder Nathan Archer, who had started in 120 of BGSU's 122 games through a 3-year span.
They took a chance on me when not a lot of other people would, so I felt the need that, if they're going to take a chance on me, I want to make it the best investment they've ever made.
Archer's Ironman streak and reliability are not the only impacts that he provides for the Falcons. He also is the leadoff hitter in Bowling Green's batting order.
Yeah, Nathan's at the center of everything. He plays center field. He bats leadoff for us. He's the guy we're out there that's presenting our identity offensively.
Consistency has been key for Archer, who managed to record a perfect fielding percentage in 2023 and was one of only 8 Mid-American Conference players to do so.
It really didn't come to mind, thinking about dropping balls. It was just like more of a question, like what do I need to do to help my team win? And when the ball is hit to me, I'm not going to be the one to drop it.
A strong hunger and drive to help his teammates succeed is what fuels Archer. And that chip on his shoulder is what led to his decision to join the Falcons in 2021.
We have a really tight-knit group here, and I want to do my best every day just to make sure that I can try to help this team win as many games as I can.
The team certainly is winning games, as the Falcons are 9-0 in MAC play for the first time in school history.
He puts up impressive numbers, both metrically and statistically. But the numbers that matter to Nathan Archer are the ones on the scoreboard.
Nathan Archer and the baseball team's next MAC games are in DeKalb against Northern Illinois this weekend. Moving over to the hardwood, BG Volleyball is welcoming back one of its seniors. Middle blocker Alexis Mattil announced on Tuesday that she will be using her 5th year of eligibility for the 2024 season. In 2023, the senior from Canfield, Ohio finished 4th on the team in kills with 127 and 1st on the team in hitting percentage at 314. She also led the Falcons with blocks at 103, which was 3rd in the Mid-American Conference. Coming up in the Community Corner, we're sitting down with Dr. Kate Dellenbush, one of the organizers for BGSU's Total Solar Eclipse Watch Party.
Welcome into the Community Corner, where we talk about interesting topics with people in the Bowling Green community. I'm Megan Stibley, and we are just 4 days away from the Total Solar Eclipse. BGSU has been working hard to prepare for this event and to make sure it's a fun day for all students and community members. Dr. Kate Dellenbush works in the BGSU Department of Physics and Astronomy. She has been very involved in the planning of the Eclipse watch party at the DOIT. So welcome, Dr. Dellenbush. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, of course. So what has it been like planning for this event?
Yeah, it's been a lot of work. I'm not used to planning a party for maybe 20,000 people or so. Yeah, it's been working on it since the last spring, basically for a year or so in earnest. And it's been great getting to work with partners around campus that I don't normally get to interact with, from athletics and media and other groups on campus, so it's been fantastic.
That's awesome. So what fun events can people look forward to at this watch party?
Yeah, at the watch party, hopefully it'll be a fun time for everyone, and we'll have telescopes so you can look at the sun and the eclipse safely with more magnification than just your eye. And we'll also have a bunch of exhibits and activities that people can participate in. There'll also be music from the Falcon Marching Band, as well as a number of pieces composed by BGSU students, specifically inspired by the eclipse, and kind of looking forward to the eclipse and hopefully what the experience people have will be about.
Yeah, that's awesome. So I know we're all going to be praying that there's no clouds on the day, but if clouds do come, what's kind of the game plan from there?
Yeah, so even if it's cloudy, the party will still go on, the event will still go on at the Doit, and pretty much hopefully as it would otherwise. Even if it's cloudy, there'll still be an experience to be had. It'll still get dark out, so there'll still be things to notice that'll be strange during the eclipse. And all the other activities will still go on. Really, the only thing is if there's lightning, then the stadium has to be closed like for any other event.
So this is a pretty rare event, so why should people spend it at the Doit?
Yeah, so the next time a total solar eclipse will be visible here in this part of the state isn't until 2099. So it's really a once-in-a-lifetime chance without traveling someplace else on Earth. And eclipses are also really kind of a human experience. It's something that was a big puzzle for a long time for people, why they happened. And now we understand that, but it still can be a communal experience and kind of an emotional experience for a lot of people.
Yeah, for sure. So what are you most looking forward to with the event?
I'm looking forward to hopefully seeing totality, so I'm really hoping that we have clear skies. Even as an astronomer and having been involved with outreach even around eclipses for pretty much my whole life, I haven't actually seen a total solar eclipse, so I'm hoping to see this one.
Yeah, for sure. Well, thank you so much for joining us today and for taking the time to speak with us about it.
Yep, thank you.
Of course. The gates of the Doit will open at noon for BGSU students, faculty, and staff. Everyone else is welcome to come from 1 o'clock until 4:30. For more information about this event, you can go to bgsu.edu/eclipse. Stay tuned after the break for a feathered friend who has returned to Bowling Green for the 14th year in a row.
Well, Steve, the Falcon Cam is back, and we have an egg.
I know. How about that? This is actually the 14th year peregrine falcons have roosted on top of the Wood County Courthouse here in Bowling Green. The live cam is a partnership between the Wood County Commissioners and BGSU. This year's feed went live a week ago, and the first egg was spotted Tuesday. Last year, there were 4 eggs that led to 2 baby falcons.
Look at him. We're getting a live look here. I don't know if he's sniffing it. I have a question, though. I wonder how he feels that we are sort of spying on his home.
I wouldn't like that. I mean, I would feel really uncomfortable, but...
Don't want to ruffle any feathers.
Oh,
no pun intended.
God.
But
are
you know,
serious?
just like in your bedroom and some news stations like, eh. All right,
well,
we're going to end it there. Thanks, guys. Join us. Thank you for joining us for this Total Solar Eclipse special on BG24. We hope you enjoyed it. And follow us for the latest news on social media at BG24 or online at bgfalconmedia.com.
We'll be back next week with updates from around Bowling Green and Wood County. See you next week and enjoy that eclipse.